you piss pants wearing gruffle grabbers. It is I, Sam of SG1, on my 500th video. Yes. What am I going to be doing? Yeah. Well, a good friend of mine, Mr. Nick Snowden, you might know him as the True Phantasm, or Phantasmic Toys, gave me a suggestion, and we're going to do it today. We're going to be taking a look at every sound wave that I own. There's a few. Not as many as you'd think I'd have, but there's a few. So, without no further ado, we're going to start at the beginning with, I've got my notes here, I wrote some notes down. Holy shit, professional and everything. Micro Cassette Robo Cassette Man from 1983. Yes, there is a Decepticon symbol on there. I didn't put it on there. This was actually a gift from the man on the ledge that is Matthew Grant. Basically, it's a G1 Soundwave before he was Soundwave. Look, Cassette Man emblazoned across his chest there. This is not going to be like a proper review, but I'm just going to show you very, very quickly the differences. I'm not. Matt Grant said this might be a knockoff, but from what I can tell, it's absolutely spot on. It just comes with a laser beak. I'm not going to be talking about the laser beaks that come with certain things, but that's for another time. But yeah, you know, you can flick it off and on. That's really stiff, actually. And he's got the volume wheel that doesn't. Oh, it does move, but it's really tight. Oh, it's so tight. So yeah, we'll transform him real quick. And as usual, you know how Soundwave works. Come on now. Take the batteries out of there. And then you go like this. He has seen better days, this fella. I mean, like I say, I'm not sure if this is an original or if it's a knockoff. Because if it's a knockoff, it's a damn good one because... you know, he's still got die-cast metal feet and stuff like that. We'll just give him his weapons. I'll zoom this out in a moment so you can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. He doesn't want to hold on to his weapons that well. There we are. Yeah, there's like I say, a kindly donation off Matthew Grant. Now, you can see how old he is. He tends to droop a little bit. But if you just move his legs out a little bit, it kind of stops that. And we need one of these. And we plug that in there. Don't really want to go in because, like I said, this is either an old one or a knockoff. And we have Cassette Man in his robot mode. And he's really cool. Really fucking cool. Because, like I say, I've got pretty much every version of the mould. I do have the classics one somewhere, but I can't for the life of me find it. So, I'll explain the differences anyway. So, yeah, there's Cassette Man. So we'll have a just closer look at him. He's your basic G1 Soundwave. Let's get him close into the camera there. I can zoom it in a little bit. And there's his old L Bonce there. Very good, very good. And the basis of the Decepticon symbol is his face. Are you going to zoom in for me? I'm trying to zoom in on that, that's why. There's his L Bonce. Pretty fucking damn cool, if you ask me. And yeah, so there is Cassette Man. We'll just pop him over yonder. Come on, let's move these legs out a little bit. There he is. You can stand there. So who's next? We're going to go with Generation 1 Soundwave, and there he is in all his cassette goodness. He's got I can't think of his name, Buzzsaw, there we are. His name escaped me for a second. This came out in 1984, which is exactly the same mould as the one back there, but the Cassette Man's gone off there. And this is definitely an original because their buttons are different. I shall explain that in a moment as well. You can't press the buttons, but, you know, there we go. Look at all the stickers on and stuff. This cost me £22. Back in day, it's got a bit of sticker detail on there. Yeah, this cost me 22 quid because... there's a guy, I used to work in a comic shop a long time ago, and a guy came in with a load of Transformers. I had most of them except yours truly here and Megatron and a couple of others, and I just threw him out a deal. I think, and he said 22 for Soundwave, and I went mine. So there we go. So again, transforming very quickly. You can see these stickers. Sometimes people put them here, but the actual instructions tell you to put them on the guns. But we shall look at that in a minute. So we transform him exactly the same way. Boom, boom. Yep, die-cast metal feet. And we will do that. And then we just move the camera up. There we go. Rotate that round. Pull out his hands. Ooh, do his feet. Pull out his hands. Rotate him to the back. Take off his battery cover. Now that's a genius idea, having his guns be the batteries. That is an absolute, and then having the battery cover. Yeah, you can tell in there, it says Japan, 1974, 1983. Yeah, this is the first version of Soundwave released. They did do a second one, I think, in 85, because he's got the Decepticon symbol on his chest, whereas the later ones had the rub symbol. Yeah, this one doesn't have a rub symbol. So then we get one of these as well, another one of those, and we put it in there, thus. And for a figure that is, you know, nearly 40 years old, he's in remarkable condition. He's a bit loose here and there, but most of the joints are still stiff, and he is just one of my favourite figures, because his Soundwave is my boy, and he's really cool. I do like him a lot. Yeah, so we'll have a look at the buttons on his belly there. Make a note of them because the reissues are different. We'll get onto that in a minute. But yeah, there is Soundwave, and he comes with his guns, and let's have a look at his L face there. Yeah, very cool. Yes, I know he's very dusty, but fucking hell. I think everybody's Transformers are dusty. So we'll put you over there as well. Now, we're going to go to the two... Well, let me check my notes. Okay, this is the White Box Collection one from 2003. Yes, now, you'll see the buttons. Let's bring old Soundwave back this way. You see his buttons on his belly there. They're slightly different because this is actually remoulded, a slight remould and a retool, because he got remoulded into Sound Blaster. We'll have a look at him next. And then he got remoulded back into Soundwave. Look in the camera. There we go. Yeah, the cassette doors work on all of them as well. I've got to show that off. This is a actual micro cassette from a antiphone, a really old-fashioned antiphone, which I found in a garage. I've completely forgot we had it, and that fits in there perfect. So there you go. And like I say, apart from the buttons and the slight retooling of his chest there, we transform him exactly the same way. I should be careful. I got this about 2005, I want to say, from Epic Heroes. I wonder whatever happened to them. Yeah, I remember it took ages for it to turn up. I was like the happiest boy in the world when they showed up, because there you go, there's his rub symbol on his back there. Because I never had this as a kid. This is one of the figures I always coveted, and I only ever saw one Soundwave. My friend's cousin had it. We get another one of these. Yeah, my friend's cousin had it, and that's the only time I ever saw a G1 Soundwave when I was a kid. And there we are. There we are. And there he is in robot mode. And as you can see, very nice indeedy. Again, same apart from the chest detail, the button detail there is a little bit different. But no, he's really nice. I really do like him. Like I say, his cassette door opens. Move him to the back as well. Yeah, basically, I think the colours are slightly different on all three of these. Let's just check. Let's bring Cassette Man back in there as well. Let's move that out. Yeah, Cassette Man's colours are a little bit darker. I think he's actually more screen accurate than the others. I think these two are more or less the same colour, I think. I can't quite tell. And yes, they are dusty. I know, I should have dusted them. Yeah, you need some repo labels. Look, some toy hacks, because that's peeling off there at the back. Yeah, we need some toy hacks for these guys. Yes. I think the colours are about the same, but his colour scheme's a little bit darker, which is no bad thing. We'll just move these out to the back. There. And, you know what, as we're looking at Soundwaves, we're going to bring in... No, we're not. We're going to look at that in a minute. And here is Sound Blaster. Now, this is the Encore release back in 2012. Let me check. Yes, 2012. Like I said, this is what this is based on, because you can see the cassette buttons are the same. So they've obviously retooled, when Soundwave got retooled into Sound Blaster, when they reissued him, they've just retooled it back into Soundwave without redoing the buttons. And as you can see, he's got a double cassette door, and you open it thus, and he holds 2 cassettes. We've got a buzzsaw, and we've got a Ravage. And this Ravage has, this is the Classics Ravage, because he's got the indicator there, and then when you place it in there, I don't know if it's going to show up very well. So you've got 6 points of articulation, I guess, on, what's he called? My name, everything's escaping me today. Fort Max. And you place them in there, and you can't really see because the Decepticon symbol's in the way. We'll just do it there, if you can see. And it's showing a weakness. I don't know if you can see that. So there it is, all 6. It's just showing one up on there. You can't really see it that well. Also on the cassette door, this is what the Classics one has as well. Has these extra detail. So you've got these like different extra panels in there, which is really nice. And this is all tampered as well. So yeah, so we'll just place them back in there. And you can pull his cassette door down a little bit further as well. So you can get the cassettes out, and he holds 2. And you can put those in there like that. Oh, yeah, that buzzsaw. I've got about 5 buzzsaws and laser beaks and that and Ravages. Yeah, this is an original one though. I do have another original one, so don't worry. Yeah, it broke. So to keep him together, I just leave him in this cassette door, basically, forever. There we are, keeps it all together. And again, transforms exactly the same way, just like so. But I do like the colour scheme on Sound Blaster a lot. This is the only, do you know what? This is the only Sound Blaster I actually own. I need to rectify that immediately. I don't want the Classics one, the white book one as well. And then, again, the same way, except his rubber symbol's on his arm this time. What does it say on the back? It still says Hasbro 1974 to 1983, and then it's the same thing again at the bottom. Made in China. Well, there you go. Put the battery cover back on, and then you extend the gun, and you get another one of these. I have loads of these. And then you place him in there thus. Place that on there as well. And there we have Sound Blaster, all in his glorious robot mode. Now you'll notice as well that all of his face is painted in. So it emulates the cartoon a lot more. And he's got red eyes. Because like I said, the Encore one, not the Encore one, this is the Encore one. The Collections one doesn't have that. So yeah, so there's Sound Blaster in his robot mode. I likes him a lot. He is cool as fuck. Or New Soundwave, if you like. And we'll place him over there. Yeah, we'll get to this one now. This one is another reissue of G1 Soundwave. This one came out last year, 2019, I want to say. Let's move it a bit further back and get it into the thingy. Yeah, I'm not going to open this one. This is like an example of G1 box art. I love G1 box art. It's fucking cool. It really is. I do like it. Yeah, I love the artwork. Who doesn't love that artwork? Come on, focus, twat. There we are. Who doesn't love that artwork? Let me just turn the brightness down just a touch. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. That artwork is absolutely fucking awesome. I do love that. I do love that a lot. And then there's Buzzsaw again. And then we've got Soundwave in there. And it is the same one as the reissue they released a few years ago. Then we have a Buzzsaw in there as well. Converts to robot cassette recorder and to robot and back. Then we've got Transformers, which is absolutely, I love the purple one, the evil Decepticons. You don't get that nowadays, which is a fucking crying shame. And on the top we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It used to say start, change, finish, but obviously they've got rid of that. And then we've got the obligatory product shots on the side there. And we've got the beautiful G1 reverse box art. And there you go. You can pause that at your own leisure to read that when it focuses. There we are. And then we've got the beautiful G1 box art at the back. There he is. There's somewhere releasing Buzzsaw, I guess. It's got a different gun. So Starscream's using a different gun too. And then there's Megatron. Okay, and then you get the tech specs, which are in multiple language. As you can see, this is not an original one. It does have the original Hasbro logo at the bottom there, but where the robot point should be, it says authentic Transformers. So if somebody's trying to sell you this as an original G1 Soundwave, there are a number of things to look at. Number one, I think the box is actually smaller than the original one is. I don't have an original box. I must rectify this. It says authentic Transformers there instead of robot points. And, again, this is dusty as well. Got this at TFN last year. And that Soundwave should have that belly there. Should have that belly and not that one. And it should be in styrofoam as well. Because, you know, there it is. So that's the reissues of Soundwave all done. We'll put that back and put the camera down. Now we should look at different ones. Different ones. So where are we going next? We're going to go to 1990. Let's just zoom that in. There we go. We're going to go to 1990 and look at the Action Master Soundwave. Yes. Now, I don't have his accoutrement that he comes with. He comes with a gun and he comes with wing thing. Now, that Sound Blaster actually came with a recolor of Ratbat as wing thing, which is genius. And he's an Action Master. He's seen better days. He's really loose everywhere. His arms can go wee, 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 and his head can move side to side. Can't quite do a 360. Oh, yes, he can. No, he can. Nothing at the waist. And his legs can go up and down and out and that. And I think this is the first use of ball joints on Transformers. Now, this one is a little bit odd because the ball joints are metal inside there. Let me just zoom that in. What are you doing, phone? Come on. There we are. Yeah, it doesn't want to quite fit in. It's got the G.I. Joe style connection inside there with the rubber ring inside. So it doesn't want to fit into the cavity that well. So it does like to pop off as well. See what I mean? It does that way a little bit, but I think I might have to take this bad boy apart. See, there you go. It wants to pop off. But you just have to kind of get it and then sort of do that. There we are. A bit of clear nail varnish will sort that out, I think. So yeah, so there's Action Master Soundwave. There's his bonds, almost exactly like his original G1 self. And his arms can do it. They shouldn't do that because they should be, you know, locked in. But he's really loose, bless him. And he just needs some repo labels. But yeah, I got this guy off Gareth, I think, back in 2013. So yeah. He's cool. I do like him. I'd like I'd like a better version of it. This, like I say, this guy's seen better days, bless him. So we'll put him over there as well. So that's it. We'll zoom back out. Getting a collection already up back there, aren't we? You know, we'll put that at the back as well. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Where should we go next? What does it say on my list here? Yeah, let's do these ones. We're going to go device label Soundwave. I have two of them. We have the Shattered Glass Crystal White. Then we've got the more traditional G1 Soundwave. And yes, these are actual MP3 players. Sadly, neither of them work. Because whoever had them before me had left the battery in and it oxidised. So unfortunately, it doesn't work. But they do actually play music, which is really fucking cool. Because they've got an actual headphone jack on there. And you can open it up like that, and you put your SD card in there, because I think that bit, that's the actual MP3 player bit inside there. You got all the buttons, fast forward and skip track and all that, play and start and stop. But yeah, it's really cool, because I think they brought this one out first, and I think a lot of people are like, well, it's Apple, you know, iPhone-y kind of colours, but we want a Soundwave colour. There is a Sound Blaster version I am on the lookout for. So we'll just transform these real quick. So they both come with multiple hands, but because this is not a review, there you go, I can only find, actually this one I've only got two hands for. They've got multiple hands that do different things, but the more important hands are on there. So transform it exactly the way you think it would transform. You just kind of separate things up first and then rotate the legs down like that. Rotate that back and then forward like that. And firstly you unlock the hands, that's it. You can tell I ain't transformed these in a while. So just unlock everything like that. Rotate that back, down. Now, you'd have thought that that was the way the legs go, but it doesn't. It's this way, and you just pull down the feet thus, and then you pull down his little heels as well. And then what you do is you get the shoulders, slide them up like that, and then you move this panel back, and, you ready? Boom! Sound wave. And he comes with some weapons. He comes with his traditional style gun, which says on it somewhere, let's zoom that in, it says on it, Destron Soundwave Wave Blaster, and it's even got like forward and reverse on it, which is quite nice. Yeah, unfortunately that's the common thing, because he's got blue hands, the sort of paint rubs off onto the handle. So you just put that in like that. There we are. And you can wield that like a dude, like he is. Just move this camera up a bit, there we are. And then you can get the other weapon again. What does that say on that side? I think it's something different. Electric launcher, yes. Yeah, Destron Soundwave. So that, it's got a headphone jack, but it's plastic, and it fits in the actual headphone jack on his shoulder there. Like so. And there he is. Like I say, he's got the most important thing, the most important hands. He does have the finger, and he can press his own chest open. So that is really cool. So we'll just stand him there just for the minute. Stand back there. Again, same for this guy, but this is the more G1-y looking Soundwave. And then just move the things like that. And then rotate. It's best to rotate this back like that, and then down thus. Same for that way. And then same for his little feeties. I mean, if you are, I mean, this is, if you're collecting chug, this is a perfect chug Soundwave. It's the right scale as well. It's the right sort of size. It would fit really nice in your chug. So you've got like Generations, Classics and all that. And there's his head. Very nice indeed. I actually really like this Soundwave. I really wish it played music, but like I say, no, neither of them don't. Whoever had whoever had them before I did, the battery's oxidised inside, which is a bit of a shame. So unfortunately, I've only got two of these hands. So yeah, so you can hold it in that hand, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think these guys are really awesome. I really want the Sound Blaster version of these guys as well. Are you going to stand there? So you can do that. And that is really cool. That is really, really, really cool. So where are we going next? Oh, yeah, now we're going to get... we have to get into the shit. And this is a particularly shit figure. Yep. Are you ready? Yeah, this is Titanium Soundwave, and oh my lord, this is a crap figure. Titaniums came out in 2007. They all come... We'll get onto them in a moment. They all come with a stand, and it's a Soundwave. They're all exactly the same, just this is different, and that can come off and get lost. Which is pretty cool, I guess. But the Titaniums, wait till you get a load of this. So we'll just move that out of the way for now, because we don't need to see that. You know what, I'll put that back there. Yeah, there he is, look. Yeah. I think it's supposed to be die-cast metal. It does feel cold. So, are you ready for this? Actually, you can open his chest up, and he does come with a little laser beak. He's got some nice moulded detail in there. We'll just show you laser beak real quickly. And you can do that. And you can do that. Pull him down and push his head forward. And he comes with an Ickle laser beak, which isn't great. But it's nice that he comes with one. I only remember seeing the Titanium figures only once in not TK Maxx, in Wilco's of all places. And I never saw them ever again. And I never owned one until recently. I did a deal with Matt Grant, and he sold me this guy. So yeah, there he is. Right, I'm putting this off. Are you ready for this? Right, so to transform him, what you do is you just basically lift his leg up like that, rotate this whole section down like that, rotate his foot out like so. Same for this side, rotate his foot out like so. Now, this is quite an unusual figure because he doesn't want to stay up. And you pull out his arms like so. And then you pull his batteries off. At least they kept that, but there's no battery cover. I don't think there is a battery cover for this guy. They just fit in his back there. Although they have, you can't see what I'm doing. They have moulded, the right way for the batteries to go, which is quite a nice touch. So you lift up his head, and boom. He does have a nice head sculpt, but that's the only thing that's good about him. He's got black guns instead of blue. And yes, I know my fingernails need cutting, because mine grow incredibly quickly. Oh, come on. There we are. And he pull out his gun, and that's his shoulder cannon. And then his gun thus. Now, just get a load of this fella. He looks like he's got a fucking used nappy. Look at this. Bless him. Bless him, bless him. And again, he don't want to stay up. I'm going to see if I can fix that. But he don't want to stay up in robot mode. And he's kind of pudgy. And like I say, he's got this huge waist going on. Looks like he's wearing a soiled nappy. Oh, Soundwave. What have they done to you? Yeah, and he don't want to stay up. So, but there he is in all of his glory there. Yeah. Well, you can stand on there. That's fine. You stand there. Stand there. There we are. So where are we going next? Where are we going next? Yeah. We're going to go... No, we'll leave him till a bit later. We're going to go for the world's smallest Soundwave. Look how tiny he is. I mean, just for scale, here is Action Master Soundwave. And just look at the size comparison. Just look at the size. He's tiny. He is absolutely tiny. You stand there. Good lad. And he comes with an exceptionally tiny... I've shown you this before, but he comes with an exceptionally tiny Ravage. Anyway, basically, that's the tiniest Ravage you will ever see in your life. So we'll hang on a minute. So yeah, that is the tiniest cassette I've ever seen in my life. It's tiny. So we'll place him back in there because I don't want to lose it. There we are. So, well, smallest Soundwave. To transform him, you go la 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 la. Basically, more or less the same as the normal G1. I only have two world's smallest. I have Thrust, who is a little bit bigger than this, actually. And then we transform him just like that. And he is a tiny little Soundwave. He is so fucking cool. He does have his weapons in there, but I'm not going to take them out because I don't want to lose them. He does come with his gun and his shoulder cannon, but I really don't want to lose them because they are so unbelievably tiny. And while I was preparing this little showcase, I dropped one on the floor. It took me an hour and a half to find it. So yeah, I'm not taking them out. But a tiny little Soundwave. Very tiny indeed. So we'll place him on there. You can stand with him and show you how good a G1 Soundwave is to compare to the titanium Soundwave. And he's not going to stand up, are you? Come on. No, he's drunk. He can stand there. So where are we going next? 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 We're going to go to the halcyon days of... I'm trying to find it. Halcyon Days of 2005 with Cybertron Soundwave, yeah, who is like a futuristic Cybertronian stealth F-117 Nighthawk. Very nice. Now, the problem I've got with mine, and I believe it's a common problem with all of them, his feet in vehicle mode sit there, but they don't want to peg in, which is a real fucking shame. And it's such a fucking pain in the ass. But the jet mode isn't too bad. This bit's a bit kibbly. But yeah, it's not too bad a mode. Now, I am missing the Cyberplanet key he comes with. But I do have this one. So basically, it's an orange one with like a few spikes on it. But this one will do just as well. So, I'll straighten this out a bit. There we go. So yeah, it's quite a nice little jet fighter, stealth jet. You got some nice, shiny chrome paint along there. It'd be nice if a lot of more of this detail was picked out with it. You got some more of that chrome detail on there. You got there's some really nice design work going in, and this big sort of, I don't know what it's supposed to be, some kind of sigil. I'm not sure. But the colour scheme works. You got black, you got silver, you got purple, you got Soundwave's traditional blue, yellow and red on there as well. A bit of grey here and there. But he's just really cool, and he comes with these weapons that store under here, like bombs. It's really cool. You even got some detail underneath. There's not a lot of robot kibble underneath. There's a bit more on the top, but not so much on the bottom. And again, you've got some more robot detail going, moulded detail going on here and there. And he does have visible head, bless him. Yeah. Like I say, it'd be nice if some of that, this colour paint was all over the place, and that will become his cassette door. Now, in the show, Cybertron, he does have wheels. He can roll a little bit. Sort of. Will he roll on the surface? No, not really. But he just got a wheel there and wheel on each wing. In the show, you actually see him listening to music, and he presses the button on a G1 Soundwave, which is pretty cool. So to transform him, you basically just remove the bombs thus. We'll have a look at them in a minute. We lift this section up, pull this section out and out as well. Pull this bit back again. Rotate this section entirely up. Then you got to get this bit, move it up. Yeah, I know, Dusty, I know. So you got this little square peg and a little square hole here, and we've just got to marry them up, like so. And then you've got a port and a post there, and you just fasten that on. That locks all that section into place. Move it down, rotate his legs down, pull his feet out, and his little heel. Same for this guy. He's very pointy, this guy. He's got very pointy feet with spikes on. So we'll get there. I'll just move that up a bit. So what do we do? It's been a while since I've transformed this. Flatten those out. Oh yeah, you get his arms because they're sort of sandwiched on top of each other. So you've got to kind of disconnect them here. Oh, move them up, move them round. I'm reviewing, I shouldn't. It's only a showcase. So basically do all that. Rotate this whole section back like so. So we're up to this bit. So you just got to kind of position it in, pull these down. And then you've got these two ports and post system on his shoulders there, which lock into place like that. And then you've only got the one on this side. And then you rotate that in like that. And then you get his bonce, rotate that in like so. Rotate that round, flip this up, rotate that around, and you've got Soundwave in robot mode, who is really fucking cool. I do like this guy a hell of a lot. I do like Cybertron and the Unicron trilogy. There are some really good figures in this line, except this one is not as good as it could have been. Just limitations of it not quite fitting together, but I do like it. The face sculpt's pretty good as well, and you can actually, can you? No, I thought you could put that in. But, you know, it's pretty cool. It does have light piping, but I've left the light piping thing upstairs because I'm in the dining room again. But he's really cool. So what you can do is you can get his guns, which transform to. Rotate that out, and rotate that bit out, which will become the handle, and then rotate this bit out as well. And it's pretty cool because you can kind of rotate it as well, so you can have different looks to it. And you can, can't see what I'm doing. Or you can rotate it out and it can be like a communications thing going on. So you can point it in the air and go, I can get signals. You know, or you can rotate it down to be a three-pointed gun. And like I said, rotate it around. I like to rotate it around so the small one's on the top. And that just fits in his shoulder. So he's got his traditional shoulder cannon going on. Nice little touch. You get this one as well. Got some nice purple clear plastic. Rotate that barrel out. Then you're going to get your finger in there, rotate that out. And this whole section should rotate around. There we go. Rotate that out. And he's got another barrel at the top. And that becomes his gun, which is really cool. I really do like it. Bit different, a bit unusual. Ah! Shit. We'll cut that bit out, I think. Yeah. So yeah, so there's his gun, and it's really nice. It fits in his hand rather nicely like that. And there he is in his robot mode. A very nice figure, I think you'll agree. Like I say, a bit spindly, and like I say, does have limitations, and it could be better, but I really like this figure a lot. I think he's cool, and I love that head sculpt. Ooh, I'm not poking the camera. I love that head sculpt. When I can focus, that is really cool. So yeah, that is really nice, really, really, really nice. So we shall put him over there. Yeah, we're getting quite a collection there, aren't we, at the back? Yeah, it's getting there, isn't it? Yeah, so where shall we go now? We shall go. Oh no, sorry, I missed something with this guy. I totally missed it. It's Cyber Planet key. You get the Cyber Planet key. You basically shove it in his ass, or in his small of his back. So you shove that in there, and then that opens up the chest, or it should. Why is it not going? There we are. Bit of anticlimactic. Let's try that again. No, it just loosens it basically. And you get a laser beak that looks like a bouncing bomb. And this laser beak is actually really cool. So you just transform him like that. And then you flip out the tail. And then you flip out the little feeties. And you transform him thus. And this laser beak is actually really cool. I really like it a lot. I will do a laser beak, one of these at some stage. But I like the fact that you can put his wings up like that, which is really nice. You can't see what I'm doing, which is really fucking cool. I like it. And you can get him to stand. You've got these little sort of posts at the top there. And he's got a little port on his belly. And then you can put him on there when you want to go. No. There we are. There we are. And you can just position his feet so they look like he's perching. And he can sit up there all day if he wants to. So yeah, that's really cool. So you just take the key out as it won't shut. There we are. And then we just shut that up like that. And then we can place him at the back like so. Yes, I forgot to show you that. I'm really sorry. So where we're going next? We are going... boom. We'll go for this fella right here. This is Fall of Cybertron. Generations Fall of Cybertron. War for Cybertron, sorry. When I can find it. This one came out in... Oh, where's me? 2010. This is 10 years old. And he's based on the video game Fall of War for Cybertron, which is actually a really good game. Even people I didn't know was into Transformers said they liked it a lot. And it's a shame that that company will never do anything with it again. Such a shame, because it was a really damn fine game. And I had it, and my sister's ex-boyfriend, because I lent it to my nephews to play, and my sister's ex-boyfriend decided that he was going to trade it in for something else. And you know what he traded it in for? Fucking Aliens Colonial Marines. Yeah. So there we go. So yeah, there he is. Really nice. I got this at TFA Auto Assembly, I think. The same year it came out. It's very nice. He rolls quite nicely, although the wheels don't quite want to sit properly. I think I mistransformed it somewhere. Oh, there we go. That's it. There we are. It rolls a bit better now. And yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. I love this grille on the front. It's kind of Mad Maxy going on. You can position it however way you want. You can move these up as well. He's going to smash through stuff. So to transform him, basically, you pull that down, and inside there are his guns. So he still continues on storing his weapons, which is really nice. So basically, you pull that out like so, and he's got his traditional Soundwave guns. And then you basically, now are we transforming this? It's been a while. I think basically it's just to kind of just loosen everything up, I think, basically, on it. So that. There we are. So basically loosen everything up, pull it all around. Come on, you fucker. Fucker. There we are. Come on. Why won't you disconnect from there? There we are. Disconnect from there. And then you rotate this round, and it just fits under there like so. Rotate that down like that. Get to his feet. Rotate these massive feet down, and then you've got this little joint inside up here. Just push that forward till it clicks. Is it going to click? There we are. And then you get this bit, and then you push that up like so. So for this side, It should. So it's on a rotating joint there like that. And then you just push it up until that bit fits inside there, and it should click like that. Again, pull that up like that. And then rotate this bit, wind this bit going round like that. And rotate that round like so. There we go. So then we move these sections at the back, just rotate them round, and then just leave them like that if you want. Rotate that up. Same for this side. Or you can position them at the back if you really want. I mean, it's entirely up to you how you position them, but I just like to get them up and out of the way. And then you get the top section here, and then you rotate. Oh, come on. There you go. Just sort of disconnect it like that. Rotate them round, push that in like that, push that in like that, and then rotate his fists round, rotate them round like that, and then rotate them round like that. And there is War for Cybertron Soundwave. Not Siege, but the video game War for Cybertron. Actually, can we get these out of the way? Yeah, just put them back there like that. Gets them properly out of the way. Otherwise, they're going to get into... Oh, come on. You can tell I haven't played with this guy in a while. There we are. Just get everything out of the way. There we are. And then you can position him however you want, like so. And you get his gun, put his gun in his hand like that. And you get his shoulder cannon like that. And there is War for Cybertron Soundwave. And he's a bit dusty again. But just look at that face sculpt. That is cool. That is really cool. Wish it was light piping because it should be, because he's got purple there, but for some whatever reason they painted his eyes red. And that's no bad thing, because I prefer my Soundwaves to have red eyes. So, yeah. And he's pretty cool. I do like this guy a lot. I was right chuffed when I found this guy at Auto Assembly. You can rotate those up if you want like that. I think I paid 10 quid, 11 quid, something like that. When you could, and these were available in Toys R Us, when you could actually fucking buy Transformers in the UK. Yep, and he can lift that up, and he can pull his chest door down if you want to, and he can do the whole, Soundwave Superior kind of thing going on. And then that's that one. So we'll just put him after the back like that. So I'm going to go from War for Cybertron to Fall of Cybertron, yes. Now, this one came out 2012. Now, this is I think, Voyager, I think they were calling them. I'm not quite sure if it was a leader class or not. No, it was a Voyager. Yeah, I got this about 2013 because they were on offer in Toys R Us. Yeah, they're on offer in Toys R Us. Remember Toys R Us? I do. Fond. As you can see, it's quite a similar design to that last one, but a whole lot bigger. And they did remold this into Blaster as well, which I have, which is up there somewhere. And he rolls reasonably well. The only thing though is, doesn't come with a gun. Comes with a shoulder cannon, but not a gun. So to transform him, it's not too dissimilar to the last one. You just kind of move everything out of the way. He does have some really nice ratchet joints. So move that like that. And then you can rotate them down if you want like that. Or up like that. Or like that. Any which way you want. And then you rotate that down. And like that. And again, similar kind of thing. You position this round like that. And pull his legs down thus. So we stand him up. Yeah, and then basically you just have to slide this back, and he's on this really weird sort of spinal column at the back there. That'll come into show a little bit later. And then basically you lift those up, and you get a real nice head sculpt. Let's see what I'm doing there, yeah. Real nice head sculpt like that. And you position these arms any which way you like. And then you position these round the back, if it wants to go, like that. And then you get these shoulders, just put them up like that. Same for this fella. Yeah. Oh, come on. You can tell I ain't transformed this in a while, can't you? There we are. Yeah, I remember when I got this fella, I was all owed a lot of money from the job centre because they decided to sanction me, and I beat them, and I won some money. And this was going cheap at Toys R Us, so I went and tripped myself, and I don't regret it because he's fucking cool. Let's zoom in. There we are. Very similar head sculpt to the last one. Let's get them in side by side. As you can see, just a little bit scaled up, just slightly different. And this guy does have light piping. Let's have a closer look at his L-bonds there. Yeah, very nice head sculpt. And he does have the cassette door, but I'll show you that in a moment. Just attach his shoulder cannon at the back there. And very nice. So what happens is, you can get the minions, his minions. Oh, come on, zoom, you fucker. There we go. And they fit in his chest. And what happens is, well, they transform into what they call data discs. I'll show you when I review this guy properly, but basically what you do is, you load them up in there, and as you can see, it's quite a large cavity in there, so you can put, and then the store in there, the maximum you can put in there is 3, and what you do is you get this section, which should be like that, and then you push it, so you open the chest door, you push it like that, and they all pop out, boom, boom, boom. There's just some nice sculpting on there, and on the bottom of the door there as well. It'd be nice if that was yellow as well, but, you can't have everything, can you? And there he is. Sadly, doesn't come with a pistol, but, what can you do? And we'll put you over there, like there. Right, who's next? Who should we do next? Ah, yes, we'll do this fella. A little vinyl figure of old Soundwave himself. There we are. See what I'm doing? This guy came out in 2007 with a whole range of them. They also did G.I. Joe, Star Wars, and a few other, I think My Little Pony, I want to say, no, I'm not sure. He's heavily dusty. It's just a little figure, if you've got his chest finger there, sticking up in his chest door. Just a nice little Soundwave. If you haven't got a lot of space, you can get one of these figures. Just sits on a desk like that. And he's really cool. I've got most of these. I think I'm only missing the ones that were actually released, Prowl and Laserbeak, and then there's a few that went unreleased. I think they did a Scorponok and a Fort Max as well. So, and his arms can move up and down and stuff like that, and his head can move a little bit here and there, but nothing in the legs. But if you just want a little Soundwave to sit on your desk, something to little play with, he's really cool, so we can put him over there as well. Where else are we going next? Where shall we go? Oh, yeah, here we go. Are you ready? We're going to go, boom, animated. Animated doesn't get as much love as it should. And animated came out, when did this guy come out? Animated, come out in, I can't see where I've written it down. Ah, there we go. 2008. Is it 2008? Just checking. Yeah, 2008 this guy came out. 12 years ago. So we'll just move that from it. We'll quickly look at this first. This is Laserbeak, and he turns into a fucking cool V guitar, flying V. You just push that in, and you rotate these out, and we have a Laserbeak. Very nice. Very nice. Now, the Sound Blaster version of this comes with a keytar that turns into Rat Bat, and I don't have it, and I really need it. But yeah, really cool. So we'll just transform, because we're not talking about Laserbeaks today, we'll just show you that, because it comes with him. We'll just transform him back into his guitar mode, and it does store on his roof of his car. You get a little groove inside there, and you get these little prongs here, and it just fits on thus. So you can have it the flying V in robot mode area. And he rolls quite nicely. So we'll just take that off for a minute. And you got sort of like a cassette door type thing there. You've got some, this doesn't want to fit in together there. You got a nice gold Decepticon symbol there. And you got all these highlights. You got the cassette door. He's got his buttons there, which are really nice. Not painted very well though, I must admit. There we go. Got some headlight details and stuff like that. And you got these really cool, like, these should glow in the dark. I get the feeling these should glow in the dark, and they don't. Do they? No. It's a bit of a shame that all this should glow in the dark, and he's missing some details at the back now. We'll just close that up. You can see that there's crying out for some details there. Some on the top, you got like an on switch there. which is really fucking cool. I like this guy. Don't have a Sound Blaster version. I know. I keep going on. I need to rectify this. So, to transform him, he's got an unusual transformation. Back to the Future style wheels there. And then we just sort of, again, it's one of these you just kind of separate bits to get out of the way first. So we'll just get everything out of the way, like so. And we'll just move the arms. So you split these at the top. That's it. Rotate them down. You get this, what will become his chest, like so. And then you rotate this whole section up like this. Oh, you know, it's tight, that joint there. Then you rotate that round, and you get this bit, and you rotate that up like that, will become his kneecap, and rotate that like that, and then we do the same for this side. You get this bit here, rotate that round, move that round like so, and push that round. Rotate his whole waist round, and that's a really stiff joint there. And then we're almost done, and then we just position the arms, pull out his hands, like that, and then we pull down this section. We can't see what I'm doing. Pull down this section here, and then you get his head, which is really cool. Look at his head there. I am Soundwave. It's a great episode that with when he pops up in animated, and he got a really cool chest. He got like a decibel thing going on there, like a graphic equalizer. You got more of that sort of should be glow in the dark paint there. So it's like his speakers. And it just covers the lines everywhere here and there, and he's really cool. I like him. Now, one of the best things that this guy does, remember the guitar, when you got these two posts there, and you got a post basically is the screw hole. So what you do is you position that in there like that, and then you kind of rotate that one. That's what you want. That one there. Rotate that round. Like so. Get this arm, rotate that round, and position it like that. And there, my friends, boys and girls of the interwebs, Soundwave can thrash on a guitar. How cool is that? That is so fucking cool. I really like this guy a lot. It's just, like I say, animated doesn't get as much love as it should, and all the characters are so characterful as well. You know, every figure I've ever owned of these guys, I've loved because they're just so characterful. So I'm just positioning this a bit better. Come on. You can tell I'm on camera, can't you? Yeah, they're just so characterful. And Soundwave is proper representation of that. The fact that he can thrash on his... Oh, it's pissed as well. The fact that he can thrash on his fucking guitar, which is really fucking cool. I'll position that up there, yeah. Is really fucking awesome. Let me just tint this light down a bit. There we go. It's not quite so harsh now, is it? He's just so cool. He's just really cool. Yeah, so we'll position you here. Where we're going next? Yeah, we'll have a look at this fella. Boom! This is the Hard Hero bust from... I've written this down. Where did I write it? Hard Hero 2002. This was a kind donation from my good friend, Mr. Mark Pierce. It's just a bust of Soundwave. I did used to have the Megatron of this, but it got destroyed, and it fucking upset me so much. But I have this one now, and I'm really happy. It just looks like the cartoon to me. Yes, I know he's a bit dusty here and there, but yeah. You've got some real nice detail in there. Quite simplified detail as well, because like I say, it looks like the cartoon. Nice Decepticon badge there. Nothing, doesn't do anything, just a statue. And you rotate him around, and he's got some nice detail on the back as well. Again, just basically what it looks like in the cartoon. And on the bottom, you've got Transformers, Soundwave, Coldcat Porcelain Bust, sculpted by Jason Ray. 1147. Oh, 47, my lucky number. Out of 5,000, produced by Hard Heroes, 2002, which they don't make these anymore, which is a shame because they're really cool. Yeah, I think my Megatron, when I bought it back in the day, back in about 2002 or 2003, was about 80 quid, I want to say. But, you know, it's really heavy as well, so I'm going to be very careful with this. I don't want a repeat of what happened to what happened to my Megatron one. So yeah, so that's basically it. It's got nice, like I said, just it's nice colours, and it just looks like the cartoon. So, and I wish I took this to get signed by Frank. And I love Frank Welker's signature across the bottom there, would have been nice, or maybe even across his chest, but who knows. But anyway, yeah, so that's that one. So we'll put that at the back there. There we go. So where are we going now? We are going to the 2010s, I think. 2012 with Transformers Prime. And we've got this fella, who is like a Cybertronian drone, I guess. It was really cool. Now, people who know me, I was very hesitant with Prime at the start, but it grew on me a lot. It really did. You should have a weapon there, but I've misplaced it for now. It's around somewhere, I just can't find it. Yeah, I was a bit hesitant, especially when I saw the design for Soundwave, but when I actually watched the show, I really enjoyed it a lot. And even Soundwave's character, again, voiced by Frank Welker. Yeah, so it comes with a little laser beak as well. But Laserbeak in the show is just portrayed as just like a little drone. He fires him off and then he sort of spies on the Autobots, which G1 Laserbeak had that as well. But G1 Laserbeak had personality and this one didn't. But that's not a criticism, it's just the way it was. And he was still cool though. So we have a little Laserbeak there, put him over there. Now to transform him, he's got a real weird transformation. So again, it's another one that disconnects everything just to get it out of the way. So you just pull that back at the back, pops his head up, rotate that in like so. And you rotate his arms up like so, and they should just click into place. So we do that and that. Oh, and that happens as well, yeah. It's just on a mushroom peg joint, and it just routinely pops off. Which is a bit of a shame, but you know, it is what it is. Instead of being a ball joint or something, there we go. So that just frictions that, and it rotates that round. And what you do then is you sort of disconnect this part of the arm, and then sort of pull it forward a little bit, and then you just pull out what will become his hands. Same for this side. Just disconnect that bit at the side, that's it, and just pull that down. And basically just split the legs apart, and then you rotate that up like that. And then you rotate, that's it, you rotate that all the way up, rotate that down, that becomes his foot with his heel there. Same for this, rotate that all the way up, down for there, like so. And then you sort of just, you chicken leg his legs, if that makes sense. You pull them around like that, and then you boom, he is in his robot mode. And very nice, very spindly, very, very, very awesomely. Yeah, he's got a real spindly look to him as well. I mean, you can put Laserbeak on, you've got these little holes there. You can put Laserbeak on his arm there, and you can have him sort of going, you know, over there. Because Soundwave doesn't talk in the series. He only says one line of dialogue, which is Soundwave superior, Autobots inferior. Voiced again by Frank Welker. And then what I do like about this character is he doesn't talk, but then he plays back everybody who talks to him back, but with the sound wave modulation to the voice, which is really cool. And Toy Hacks have a upgrade kit, so you can have like a wavelength going across his face, because his face is like a screen, which is really cool. So you can put Laserbeak there, or you can put Laserbeak back in his chest, like so, and it just sort of fills in this gap a little bit. So you can have him like, it does have a gun, but it's like a grappling hook, which I have misplaced. And there he is in his robot mode. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So you can stand here. And we're going to go to Prime again. I also have a spare Soundwave as well. When did this one come out? This is Beast Hunters, the year later, 2013. And basically, it's the same... Oh, hang on. It's the same mould, just with a few add-ons. Put that back on there for a minute. And he's got these extra bits of fins here and there, which is what I don't know what's happened there. That came out the packet like that. He's got this like pearlescent quality in there. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. It happens throughout this. Looks like a dribbled pen on it. Nice big Decepticon symbols on there. So yes. Basically, same mould, just slightly retooled here and there. And he's got a pain, this one. It doesn't want to quite fit together. Again, I misplaced his weapon. It's with the other Soundwave. So yeah, it's more traditional G1 Soundwave colours. You've got your more blue and your yellow in there, with still the same kind of, I don't know, sort of metallic blue-grey. So you've still got the same colours going on. But I actually like this one better, but it's slightly worse transformation. I'll get into that in a minute. And this one comes with a little Ravage. Oh, look at him there. Tiny little Ravage. So yeah, so we can put him just over there. And then we'll transform this fella. Again, more or less the same way. You lift this back and his head pops up. Rotate that in. Except this one likes to pop off because they've stopped putting like metal bars through these joints. So that's the wrong way around. I know that's the right way around. That's it. And you just rotate that in there and boom, like so. Again, rotate those up and then you just position them in like so. Rotate that down, rotate that down, rotate that around. Disconnect this here and then rotate it forward a little bit. Now you'll see where they've remoulded it here, his arms won't stretch out quite so far as the original mould, so they're just sort of on an angle, which kind of adds a different look to it, which is really nice. And then you rotate them around like so, and you pull this bit out. Come on. Oh, that's in tight. Oh, that's in tight. There we are. Like so. So we get these. Oh, why will you not comply? Come on, there we are. Again, legs, same way, just separate them, chicken them, pull this bit section back, pull that bit forward, and that bit down, like so, like that, and just do that, and that, and that. And there he is in robot mode. Very nice indeed. You've got some nice face sculpting again going on with the screen, sort of in a yellow, you've got yellow highlights on his head there. And you got these extra bits of brown, and he kind of looks like a primitive kind of, jet, which is really cool. And then you get Ravage, you just position him back in because it just fills in that chest cavity a little bit. So yeah, like so, and pull them down like that. There we are. That's how you do it. And yeah, he's really cool. I mean, I'll show him side by side. Yeah, a little bit different. Zoom this in, there we are. A little bit different, and yeah, he's really cool. It's nice to have a comparison, companion piece to each of these, which is really nice. So we'll put him over there again, and then we will put you there. So where's next? We're running out of sound waves. Running out indeed. Yes. We're going to go with this one. This is actually pretty shit. This is the Cyberverse Soundwave. Now, he has no paint apps on him at all. I've had to, you can see I've tried to do it with a bit of Sharpie, but I'm going to get an actual paint and do it because he's crying out for extra detail, particularly here. You can see like a moulded chest door in there, which looks exactly like the G1 one, but it's not painted. There's no paint apps, but you get that at the back. Now, he does have an action feature, which compromises the toy somewhat. We're going to transform him. We basically pull his arms down, and you can see one of the part of the problems, that is super hollow in there. Thank Christ I didn't pay £16 for this fella, because you rotate these out. Yeah, these Cyberverse ones were like £16 a throw. I'm so glad I didn't pay that much. I think I paid about £5 from B&M, because I had these in a B&M, and they were marked up wrong. Yes, so there he is in robot mode. It looks all right. Don't get me wrong, the robot mode looks all right, but he's just lacking some colour. So repo labels, if you can sort this guy out. Now you notice something. Rotate this bit out. I believe this is this Cyberverse or is this RID? No, this is Cyberverse, yeah. I thought it was the same guy as Prime somewhere there. So what you do, you get this, and you get his shoulder cannon there. And what you do is you rotate this round, and you can see his head. Like I say, quite a nice face sculpt, actually, when it zooms in. If this was a better figure, I'd want a Voyager one, But just the plastic quality on this is shocking, right? Now, you're going to love this action feature. Are you all ready? Are you all prepared? Right? So, So you see this that I pulled out, and you've got the his iconic shoulder cannon. It doesn't come with a gun, but it's moulded so that you could gun with a gun. So you rotate this all the way around, and boom, laser beak pops out. It should have come out a bit further than that. Let's try that again. Right, so you just go, boom. No, it should come out a bit further. And then you've got like a translucent sort of energon laser beak going on there, which is nicely sculpted. You've got a real G1 laser beak face sculpt there, but he doesn't come out. He's permanently stuck in there, which is a bit of a shame. Looks pretty odd. If you could take him out, it would be quite cool, but you can't. So, yeah, because the hinge doors are actually his feet. So we just put him back in there, like so. And then you rotate that in so it stays in. And you don't want to stay in now. There we are. Let's try that again. Let's see if it does it properly this time. Yeah, there you go. That's how it should work. And you've even got like the G1 style guns on the side there. So yeah, I've not actually watched Cyberverse, so I might have to give that a go at some stage. So yeah, so there is Cyberverse Soundwave. Not the best, could be better. Like I say, he's lacking a lot of paint details, and the plastic quality is absolutely shocking. Hasbro should be ashamed of themselves, charging £17 for this thing, $16.99. You know, that's not. There's not £17 worth of plastic in there. There's not even 7 pence worth, I think. We'll put him there. So where are we going next? Okay. We're going to go for a little figure. This little figure came out last year. Was it last year? Yeah, it's just a minifigure. I did have the packaging. Where did I put it? I don't know. Here we are. I did an unboxing of these a while back. Now, the only problem with this one, his shoulder cam's on the wrong side. That's the only letdown. And his hands are in a real weird position. But, you know, for a little tiny little Soundwave, it's not too bad. And he comes with, it comes in this packaging. Like I said, I don't know why they've gone for the wrong image, a mirror image of the box art, but there you go. But that's what packaging it come in. And it come in just a tiny little dude. Which is really cool. Really cool. And that's it, basically. Just quite nice. Let's zoom it in so you can get a closer detail. Come on, focus. There we are. Yeah, I mean, for a tiny little figure, the paint apps aren't great, but they'll do, you know, for a little figure. And we'll put you there as well. Where are we going next? Oh, yes, we are going to do Legends or Titans Return. This came out in 2016. Boom. And I haven't zoomed it out. There we are. 2016. Now they recoloured him into Blaster as well, hence the thing. But I guess you could put that back like that. So you could have him like that if you wanted to. Yes. Now this is the Japanese version. And it don't want to quite fit together properly. There we are. I'll explain why I got the Japanese version. Because it was cheaper than the Hasbro version. Is one. Number two, it looks more like G1 Soundwave. So, yeah. He's got a cassette door. And you press that button. And you pull out this, whatever this is, and inside here you get a little sound blaster. Yes, look at that, tiny little sound blaster, tiny, which obviously transforms into Soundwave's bonds. Again, red eyes go a long way for me. Let's zoom that in. So zoom in. Yeah, red eyes go a long way for me, Soundwave, and he's got red eyes. And let's have a look at Sound Blaster properly. Yeah, really cool. I like it. I wish they'd painted the cassette door. But you've got Blaster style feet, which is obviously they recoloured him into Blaster, and he was Billy, if you want to go by the Star TV dub, or twin cast. So you know, so we'll just transform him like that, and you get this thing with it as well. This is I don't know, a bit of. I think it's supposed to be like an MP3 player, because you've got like a play and pause thing there, and it fits in his cassette door like that, which is quite cool. But also, inexplicably, you can fit a Titan Master in here. How are we doing it? You just put him in there like that. Or you can sit in there, or you can put him in like that. There is a way of doing this. Or you can put him in that way as well, so he stands up there. Oh, pissed, aren't you? And he's got one on the back as well, so you can. So that's where you store him in when he's in cassette play mode. Store him in there, and he's quite safe and snug and secure. So we just get him out of there. Come on, Oh, now I've got him in, I can't get him out. Brilliant. There we go. We'll get out of there. And it's just like a moulded piece. But that'll become relevant shortly. There we go. Zoom this out. So, this sound wave is actually quite big. They released this a couple of times. They released it as part of Bumblebee as well. And they come with, cassettes, but they were, which I already had, I think. So, basically, transform him. He has a base mode. Let's do the base mode first. So, the base mode. We connect this bit, and you see these little prongs here. They fit on top of there like that. So you got like, I guess, rocket launchers or laser cannons or something like that. Now, it's been a while since I've actually transformed this, so I want to see if I can remember how to do it. Right, okay, yes, okay. So we transform him like that, and we transform it like that. And in here, in his feet, you lift these up, and you've got like either communications or radar or something, and they go like that. Same for this side, do the same thing, just sort of alternate, rotate it out like that. It's got a very Power Master Prime base thing going on with this one. So you just do it like that, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm running out of space. And you get these little ramps that will connect, I believe these connect to like Omega Supreme and stuff like that. You know, Titans, Wolf Cybertron Siege. So rotate them out. And what are we doing with his arms? Let me just remember. Because you've got these here, which act like guns. And back, yeah, you sort of position them up like that, and then there we go. I had to look it up then, I completely forgot. Rotate that up, rotate that right, rotate that back a little bit, and then these become like seated guns. Yeah, let me just zoom this out a little bit. There we go. Zoom, turn the brightness down a little bit. Yeah, so hang on a minute. I made a boo-boo. Yeah, you leave these tucked in like that. That's it. You leave them tucked in like that, and you raise those up thus, and then you open the cassette door, and then does this come out? I don't think it does it? No, you leave it like that, and then you've got his gun, Soundwave's guns. You can position one here if you so choose, and then you can position one this side if you go like that. And you can tell this is supposed to be a blaster redo because that's clearly Blaster's gun. But you get some Titan Master pegs here and there. I mean, you could put a Titan Master in there if you wanted to do that. You could have Soundwave sit up here like that, controlling the barrel. You can have a Titan Master sit up in here, manning these guns. You also got the foot peg, so you can put one back here precariously if you really wanted to. There's one here as well. So I mean, you can put your Titan Masters all over this thing if you so chose. No, he's not going to stand up here. And like I say, it connects to other bases as well. So that's pretty fucking cool. I'm going to have to move this out of the way slightly so I can get in. Right, so we're not space. So we just take out his guns. Take that off, rotate that back down like that. And then position everything in such a way that when you push it all out, like that, like that, like that. Like I say, doing it real quickly, and of course I've got my hand over it and you can't see what I'm doing. Right, okay, and then boom, wow, what you go. Because that is not in properly. There we are. So, and this side, same thing, rotate that, and then you just boom, 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 boom. Boom. Close that up. Now man doesn't really want to stay stood up because his feet are a little awkward. There we are. So position that like that. Rotate that up. And just basically pull them down, rotate them back in, pull out his fist. Same for this side. Right, there we go. And at the back here, you flip up this section you flip it down like that, rotate his helmet out. So he's got a helmet like so. You can't see it because there we go. Let's do the camera. There we go. Actually use its fucking tripod. Come on. Why weren't you focused now? There we are. So then what we do is you lift that up, you get Sound Blaster here, and then you transform him into his head mode, and then you fit him in the usual way, and then that fits over there like that, which is pretty fucking badass. Yeah. And you've got some nice detail in the cassette door there. With the cassette, with this, you can position it on his back if you wanted to, or put it that way if you wanted to. Ooh, not like that. You could position it on his back, like that way. If you, no, don't worry about that. I'll just put it back in there like that. Get his traditional shoulder cannon thus. And you get his L gun. And you can pew pew all day and all night if you wanted to. So there's Legend Soundwave or Titan's Return Soundwave in all his glory. And there he is. Zoom it in. There we go. Really cool. So you're going to have to go right back over there because I'm running out of space very soon. Yeah. Now, where are we going next? We're gonna go War for Cybertron Siege. Yeah, the most current Soundwave I own there, yeah. And he was released 2019, I believe. Yes, 2019. I don't have the new version of I don't have the Authorized one yet because he's been just scalped to fuck. And I'm really getting tired of that. There'll be a ranty video about that soon. And he transforms into a spaceship. Thank you, Benny. Yeah, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be a cargo ship, a warship, a communications ship. I have no idea. It's a spaceship. Not a very good one, if I'm honest. Now, there's a third-party add-on set for this guy to make him transform into a cassette player mode. But he also transforms into the lantern mode, yes. He's got some like landing gear, I guess, on the bottom there. But, you know. So you can transform into a lamppost. So how are we doing that? So basically, you almost transform him back to robot mode. So you just remove these panels here, like that. Just move that up. Rotate. And then just remember how to do it. It's been a while. It's been stood on my shelf for quite some time. There we go. Yeah, you just basically almost transform him back to robot mode. And this has got a nice transformation though. Pull that out, rotate his foot, rotate that in, and boom. So we do that, and we do that, and we do that. And rotate those up like so. And we rotate his arms, rotate those in. I'm just remembering how to do it now. And then basically position them out of the way, and you have lamppost mode. Yeah, it's a bit silly. It's a bit silly. I think am I doing this wrong? I don't think I am. It's been a while. Yeah, lamppost mode. Yeah. So it is what it is. So you just position everything back to normal, and then what you do is you disconnect what will be his guns. Come on, let's rotate. Yeah, that happens too. I don't know why they did that, but basically that bit's separate. I don't know why they would do a silly thing like that, where it's not just one mold. But there you go, because this one's one mold. And then you pull out his gun, traditional Soundwave guns. Rotate this whole section back like that. And that just sits nicely on his back. And then you rotate his head up. Oh, come on. Wow, what you fucking work. Oh, come on. Ah! Ow. There we go. So I just ate my fucking fingernail. And then that comes back up, that rotates back down, and there he is in his robot mode. Oh, left his fists out. There he is in his robot mode. Very nice, very nice. He does have light piping, but his eyes are yellow, which is a bit of a shame. They should be red. I mean, they've got all this cartoon accuracy, and yet give him, yellow eyes, but there you go. And he has his shoulder cannon, and he has his normal cannon as well. And as Siege, most of the Siege figures, he's got all this battle damage, and he's got like a shattered cassette door, like somebody's punched him in the chest. Not particularly a fan of that, but it looks pretty cool. You've got all this like grime and dirt and stuff. You've got all these different details in there. But he's Soundwave. And he comes with this thing that goes on Megatron, apparently, to make him a bit more G1 cartoon. Yeah, it's a bit shit, that. Yeah, and you can put it there if you want. You can give him an extra gun, but it doesn't look that well. Or you can, take it out of his hand. Like so, and you can hold it like a holding thing, I guess. Yeah, he does have his moulded finger, and he can touch his own cassette release button, like so, and you can go, Ravage, eject, operation, destruction, or words to that effect. Yeah, I mean, you can pin this on the back there if you wanted to, but I just fold it up, put it in his chest dog. So I don't have any of the cassettes yet. I will rectify this soon. So yeah, there he is in his robot mode, and very nice indeed. So you can stand there as well. Ooh, we're nearly done. So we are going to look at this fella next. This is a third-party Soundwave. I don't do third-party toys very much, but this one came out 2017. I think that's when I actually bought it, actually. This little fella is gorgeous. I think it was only like 15 quid, I think I want to say, 15, 20 quid, something like that. For a third-party toy, I don't mind paying that. I'm not, as everybody knows, I'm not that big a third-party kind of person. But for this fella, I'd made an exception. So you disconnect his weapons like that. But just look at that little cassette player mode. It's so nice. So nice. To transform him, he's a little stiff though. There we go. You just got to get that. And you've got to rotate this section of the leg around like that. And then it does want to pop off the ball joint, but you just pop it back on. Clear nail varnish will sort that. Now to get these feet out are next to impossible. Just bear with me. They are so tight. There we are. Same for this side. Sort of rotate and rotate again. Rotate again. And then again. So I have to use my teeth. I don't like doing that. I'm frightened they're going to snap off. Because it's such a hard joint. There we are. And then rotate. Basically unplug his fists like that. Rotate him round. And you flip his head up. And boom. That is a lovely little Soundwave, and I saw it. I think it was Graham Collect 75 did a video on it, and I'm like, I must own this figure. And I found him at TFN back in 2017 for about 15, 20 quid. I can't remember, something like that. And I went mine, and you can give him his shoulder cannon, and you just pull that out like that. Gives him his little gun. And that, my friends, is a little cute little Soundwave, and it comes with a laser beak as well. That leg doesn't want to go on there properly for some reason. There we are. Let's do it again. Hang on. There we go. It's just the connection is so tight, and he comes with a little laser beak. I think it's called Laser Bird or something, and it's a tiny little laser beak. We'll just show you this real quick. I'm only showing you a couple because my masterpiece Soundwave, which I'll do next, save the best for last, is upstairs. I don't want to. Why won't you? Come on, there we are. Comes with a tiny little laserbeak. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Laserbeak is my favourite of Soundwave cassettes. I want to get a laserbeak tattoo at some point. But it comes with a tiny little laserbeak. And then you just transform him like that, and you place him back in his little chest. Boom. Yeah, he's a really cool Soundwave. And look at that noggin. That's exactly a perfect Soundwave head. Yeah, I put the Decepticon symbol on there. But he is really cool. I really do like it when he zooms out, zoom in, there we are. But yeah, it's really nice, really nice, really nice. And we'll place him there too. Right then, we're down to our last couple, yeah. So we're going to do this fella. This is, now I am missing that bit. It fell off upstairs somewhere and vanished into the ether. So I have no idea where it is. This is the BTS Sonicron that came out in 2011. Yeah, I put that Decepticon symbol on there. Yeah, this was sold to me by Matthew Grant. It looks nice, but the plastic quality is not great. And the way it transforms, we'll get into that now, is pretty bad. Because it looks good, and it's got all this extra detail in there as well. You know, you've got the buttons there, battery, low battery, recording and all that sort of stuff. When you can see it, I'll zoom it in. There you go. And it's got a zoom microphone, so it's everything you want, like dictation things going on. Yeah, I'm missing one of them. On this side, it just gives him a speaker. Like I say, you got all different switches on, off and stuff like that. Now, to transform it, yeah. So we pull the mic. Oh, I don't do that just yet. Pull the microphone out, and then we kind of just, again, one of these you just kind of separate bits and get them out of the way. That's it. The plastic quality is atrocious. This feels cheap. And it's a shame, really, because the actual sculpt of this fella is really cool. Let's see, he's pulling his fists out. Let's pull up now. I say it's a shame, really, because this could have been a fantastic figure. Yeah, so you can see at the top there, doesn't look great, especially around here. Like the moulding isn't great. But then again, this is one of the very first third-party figures that came out, I want to say, at least for Soundwave anyway. Alright, so you've got to position that like that. Now this is where it falls down, his feet and his legs are weird. So you just lift that out like that, and then you rotate that out like that when it wants to go. See, getting this to actually do something is one thing, and getting it to actually transform is something else. No wonder Matthew Grant was happy to sell it to me. Yeah, you pull out his feet like that, and you rotate that in like that, and then that comes down. Oh, that comes down. Oh, that comes down like that. Yeah, and things want to fall off as well, so be ready for that if you get one of these. Yeah, yeah, it just doesn't want to play ball, especially when you transfer it back to cassette player mode. And I believe the cassette door is big enough to put a G1 cassette in there, but I've not actually tried it. It does open. I've got a feeling if I put one in there, I'll never get the fucking thing out. So then you just position it like so. Like so. And we're nearly home. Thank Christ. We'll lift that out there. And yeah, that happens as well. His head's come off the ball joint. Oh, come on. This is garbage. No wonder I don't do third-party figures very often. Oh, it's stuck. There we are. And then you place it on there. Like so. And the head sculpt's really cool. Like I say, it don't want to fit in. Nothing wants to peg in properly. Nothing wants to sit properly. Why won't you want to play now? And you got this horrible waist thing sticking out of the back there. I can see what they were trying to do. Trying to update Soundwave's cassette player mode. Just didn't do it very well. Yeah, and you get his Sonic launcher. And again, it's all these pegs and stuff that are just so far inside you can't do anything with. Let's see if I can get this out with a pen. So you get a pen and then you stick it in his shoulder like that. Gives his shoulder cannon. Now, he should have a missile, but unfortunately this one doesn't come with one. Because he said he lost it ages ago. I'm not that bothered, to be honest. I didn't pay a lot for this guy, which is good. If I'd have bought this brand new, I'd have been disappointed. So I knew what I was getting into as well. So, you know, it's no fault of Matt's or anything like that. Yeah, there you go. And then you get this extra, like, bank of rockets, I guess, which sort of fold out like that. And then you can place that in his back as well. And there's a screw hole there. You can put that in. And he's got, like, a double shoulder cannon. Head sculpt's great. The actual sculpt is great, but just not put in properly. You know what I mean? Just not thought out very well. It does the job. But, you know, it is what it is. So we will put you back here like that. Oh. And finally, but nowhere near... And finally, by no means... and finally, MP Soundwave. I haven't actually reviewed this guy yet, but I will at some stage. Yes, I saved the best for last. It's Masterpiece Soundwave, what can you say? It is the best version of Soundwave they've ever made. And I mean that. It's got this like pearlescent thing going on there, a bit of shiny in the thing there. It's just looks like the cartoon. Looks like somebody's ripped the cartoon right off the screen and went, there you go. You know? The only thing it doesn't come with, though, because it comes with quite a lot of bits. It comes with a laser beak, but I'm going to do a laser beak thing anyway. It comes with a G1 Megatron, which is exactly the same one as the one that comes with every version of fucking Masterpiece Prime, with the sliding hilt there. This one does it as well, so you can get Soundwave to hold it. But it's exactly the same mold. The only difference is actually that's a different colour. I've not noticed that before. Oh shit. Yeah, this is more of a rounded stock, where this is more of a G1 toy accurate stock. This looks more like the cartoon, but we'll get to that in a minute anyway. So yeah, so he comes with a Megatron. He comes with a Energon Cube. A clear one. I'll show you that off in a minute. So he's got a clear Energon Cube, which is pretty cool. And he comes with a computer screen for his chest door. We'll just put that on real quick for you, because you don't really do anything. So you can do that and you can analyse something. And basically, that came with the instructions, like sheets that you could put over, you know, like but you got to cut the instructions out, and it shows you the picture of the space cruiser and like details and things like that, which is really cool. But there you go. So yeah, and he comes with this little bit as well, which is one of his scanners that he uses in one episode. It also connects here, wrong way around, and then that's almost like the computer connector that it pops out in Transformers the movie, which is really cool. And you can press the buttons as well, which is really nice. Press the door, which is really cool. Very much like the G1 cassette player mode. Sorry about that. I had to charge my phone. The battery was nearly dead. So yeah, so there he is in his cassette player mode and stuff like that. And like I say, you can connect that to, you know, like it does in the show. But also, one of the best things you can do about that is, you just put it away somewhere, or there's a little notch there, what would be his ass, and you got a little peg there, and then you just fit that there, and it just fits in there quite nicely. Yeah, I mean, the back end's a little bit kind of open here and there, but you know what though? It doesn't matter, because firstly, I don't see many people displaying it in this mode. Now, I was going to get the Hasbro one, because this is the Takara one, obviously. I was going to get the Hasbro one, so I could have them in both modes. But trying to get all one of them was next to impossible, and I believe still is. So yeah. So there we go. Transform it. Basically, you just kind of... what's the way to do it? Oh yeah, just basically just start separating things again. So one common thing about Soundwave at the minute is just kind of separate, you know. There you go, just slide that out there, and then same for this side. Pull that down. Well, what you slide out of there, I don't know. I want you. Why won't you slide over there, you fucker? There we are. Sorry, it was just caught in there, so I had to just finagle it out. So then you position them like so. Rotate all the way around like that. And then this bit comes out of the back there. Move that round like so. Move that round like so. And you take this bit and you sort of, oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Move it up, there we go. Move that down. And then these should fold down like that and go right under his crotch. And then these just fold in. I take this bit off. And these bits just fold in there. Thus, and you can put this bit back. There we go. So just get everything situated correctly. What's going on? Come on. Yep, doing his upper chest, just transform it, like I say. I'm not really like showing off things, it's just basically showing off the figures. I do like the fact there's a speaker in this, where you get the fists out from, which is pretty cool. I do like that. But I mean, this thing is just a work of art. It looks exactly like the cartoon, and yet still transforms exactly like the original toy does. You know, the G1 Soundwave back there. Come on. There we go. Why won't you stand up though? You want to tip backwards for some reason. I don't know why. Come on, fucker. So we just take that off, and we take this one off. This one's pretty cool actually. It's on like a hinge, so you can sort of separate. See what I'm doing? It's on a hinge up in there, so you can lift it up, turn it up like that, turn it round, and then you can sort of position it back down a bit like that. But I still don't know why his legs don't want to work. There we are. And then you pull this section back. And you lift that bit back, reach in there, pull out his bonce, and look at this fella. Is that not the cartoon Soundwave? Let me zoom in. Is that not the cartoon, G1 cartoon Soundwave? Yes, I know he's dusty. Let me just see if I can sort that. You know, yeah, a little bit. That is a cartoon head, if ever I saw one. And you get his gun. Let's zoom it back out. Come on. And you get his gun. And then what you do is you pull it out like that, reach down there, which moves out his little handle, and then you pull that out as well. And then it's the G1 Soundwave gun. Lift his arm up. There we go. Lift his arm up, open it up, and you've got the slot inside the on the hilt there, and then you put that in there like that. It just fits into his hand, and then you close his fingers around it, and yeah, that's just happened a lot in the last couple of days while I've been sorting this video out. His fingers are not, lost it now, there it is. His finger just seems to, it's only held on sort of frictiony, if you can see that there, and it should be pinned in there, but it isn't. And I don't want to glue it because then I can't move it. But it's just like, I'm dropping it all over now. See, these things get lost. There we are. And I nearly lost it at TFN. Auto Assembly that year I bought him. And I'd have been rightly pissed off if I'd have found it. But I found it though, so it's alright. And again, there he is in his robot mode. And he looks just the fucking dog's bollocks, doesn't he? He's Soundwave. You know, he's absolutely a G1 cartoon sound wave, like, perfectly. Yeah, let me just pick him up and show you his full wear. Just looks fucking awesome. I love this guy so fucking much. And when I bought him, it sort of made my entire fucking year. Just so cool. He's got a number of gimmicks in this. I'll just go on over briefly. That Energon cube I showed you earlier, you just take the back off like that. Just move that down there like that. And you can fit it on there, and you can do the, you know, shut up and take my Energon cubes, which is pretty cool. So you can produce Energon cubes if you want him to do that. Otherwise, it's just a clear cube, basically. And then you get the, like I say, the readout thing as well. Place that on his chest like so. You can have a readout going on there. And chest door opens. Now you can fit 3 cassettes inside him there. And there's a button on the back, which is here. And then you press the button. What it does, it moves it forward. So if you can see that in there. So every time you press it, it moves it forward. But obviously when there's a cassette in there, it does it better. So yeah, so we close that up. And you can press his buttons on his waist. And most importantly, what all sound waves at least do these days, he can press his own door like that. You know, which is fucking cool. I love this thing so fucking much. And like I say, you can hold Megatron as well. You just, oh, yeah, that comes off a bit easy on this one. But what you can do is you can position that down like that. Otherwise it's not getting in his hand, like that. Slide that down. Okay then. Just doesn't want to fit in there. I'm gonna have to put some clear nail varnish in there. Because clear nail varnish goes a long fucking way. It really does. There we go. Just what it do, it'll just add a bit of friction to it, so that it will be. Oh, fucking hell, fuck it. There you go. You put it in his hand like that, and then you close it around his fingers, and he can wield a Megatron, which is pretty cool. Which, there he is, there he is, there he is, there he is. So, we'll just move him out to the. No, we'll leave him at the front because he's the best one. He's the masterpiece, isn't he? So, thank you for looking at all my sound waves with me today. It's been a bit of a slog, I grant you, but thank you for watching. If you like what I do, why not consider subscribing? I've got a big competition to give away when I get 1,000 subscribers. So please feel free to join and subscribe. Check out my Patreon. I've got some cool rewards over there. It keeps the lights on, it shares through us, and I can give you more better videos as well. And check out my other Transformers videos, which will be here. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you all very soon. Bye for now.